welcome to episode 55.
No, I'm going to interrupt him again. Hey, everyone, we got a pretty good episode for you today.
Yeah,
Trust me.
Didn't just lose.
I'm in the driver's seat, baby. Oh, yeah, we did lose a bunch of content.
Yeah, well, a bunch. We spent like the first 30 minutes recording a video that...
we were going to give you an extra special open slot piece of content,
Chrome,
but Ben's computer fucked up.
Chrome, fuck me over.
Ben's computer fucked up. Hey, I got an itinerary for you today. All right?
Okay,
this isn't going to be one of those stupid little things like, hey, I see a funny little thumbnail, you clicked on it, and it's a bunch of dudes rambling for 2 hours. No, we're done with it.
Nope.
I got an itinerary for you.
Yep.
We are going to talk about how YouTube is destroying... Rephrase. We are going to talk about how YouTube is destroying this small channel. But I got to tease you with something first. Ben, I've been complaining a lot recently. I don't know why I'm complaining. It's about me, about how unprepared I've been. I've been saying I'm going to do all these bits and I never do them. Well, guess what?
What?
Welcome to the Wheel of Bits.
Here we are. The Wheel of Bits.
I haven't made an intro for this. Yeah, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll fucking see by the time it gets there. But each of these things, I have music picked out, and there's an intro made for it, except for the one that we already have that for. I was going to make even more, but I'll be honest with you, they're pretty half-assed. So,
okay, wonderful.
Unless you want me to go find those two and you can fucking chuckle at them at the end. These are the three main bits. But first, YouTube's destroying a small YouTube channel.
Let's cut this down into, instead of 35 minutes, let's cut it down into 10 minutes, or not even. So we uploaded a video called Possum and the Peanut Song, if you remember. It was episode 10.
Yeah, so we have the main channel where you're watching this content on, and there's a side channel where their clips go, right? The main channel thing is completely fine. The side channel thing, the clip from that, where we made this little funny Possum and a Peanut song, has YouTube community guideline strike warnings, whatever, for promoting criminal and terrorist organizations. Ben, why would YouTube give such a strike to this small, starving YouTube channel?
Well, you see, it's the same video twice. It's just the shorts version of it.
Okay.
So just as context, they hit the first the shorts
hour.
They hit the shorts. What?
They hit the first hour.
I thought you said hour, and I was like, did I say my channel?
I'm promoting criminal terrorist organizations again. So,
well, they won't watch this podcast, so don't worry.
The stuff that we lost, we took the training. We won't see that anymore. That's lost footage. We took the... Because when you get a violations strike like that, you have to take a mandatory training. And they did talk about...
There's so many ads
in it.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. There's so many ads on the site.
Well, I was going to send you a different wheel, but I used that for a music thing, and I couldn't just save another.
Got it.
So I had to find like an alt wheel site.
Got it.
Regardless, what the fuck was I talking? Oh, yeah. Essentially what I learned from taking the training was that, okay, wait, I think we're missing some context here still, right? So what I was trying to set up originally, we had mentioned the name Ted Kaczynski.
Mm-hmm.
Who is, if you don't know, the Unabomber, famously. And the bit in the original episode was that, hey, did you know you could write him letters in jail? And we thought it was crazy that we allowed criminals to do that. Take away all your freedoms. They're in the most isolated places on the planet. And they still let you, like, be pen pals with them. And we thought that was funny. Then in the song, you had also just cross-mentioned my pen pal Ted. That was it. The my pen pal Ted was the reason why we apparently are promoting terrorist organizations. And my, the kind of, to condense down what I argued in the previous video was that, like, number one, what are you just not supposed to talk about news and true crime in, like, history? Because there are plenty of other videos talking about him, many of which, because I think he's quite popular amongst, like, extreme ends of, like, ideology, right? Like, I'm sure that we could find YouTube videos that would promote it more than just saying, hey, isn't it crazy you can fucking mail that guy a letter,
Mm-hmm. We're not saying mail a letter. We're saying it's crazy that you can.
Yeah, well, exactly. And knowing that a human reviewed the content because put it up on screen, YouTube told us.
Oh, yeah, I dropped all my receipts. Yeah, I'll drop them on here, too, I guess.
Yeah, you can go on your own rant in a moment about it. I'll let your beautiful sexy, juicy ass mind wander. But yeah, I just find it weird that they'd like say, hey, you're promoting criminal organizations. We write a response saying how, like, can we get an explanation as to like what this is so we can avoid it again? And they just essentially say, no, buddy, you're fucked.
Yeah, like multiple times. Yeah, multiple different ways. Yeah, so it's
talk about it then.
So a thing that I wanted to say is that it's not the warning. I don't really give a shit about the warning. It's the removal of the content. We're gonna host it somewhere else, maybe on OnlyFans. And hopefully that doesn't get this video struck down or removed. I doubt it would.
Well, yeah. What's funny is all the main channel stuff is still there too, which is another point that I tried to make, which is it's weird because you would think it would be like an automated thing, like, hey, there was a picture of the Unabomber on screen, right? YouTube's going to find that and like flag it without looking at it. That would make sense. But they said a human looked at it, and then like a couple weeks later, another piece of content on that channel got hit with it. But it's like a clip, right? So it's not like two different versions of the same thing. No, it literally is the same thing on another channel is completely fine. So it is weird that they are targeting like that specific channel with all these strikes. It's very weird.
I mean, we also were thinking about, I wonder if they'll remove the video where we first brought this up, episode 5, and the episode where the rap actually plays, which is episode 10. Both of those are subject to just be fucking annihilated off the face of the planet at this point. So those, hey, go watch them now because that might be lost media at some point.
Yeah. We might have to archive all that stuff.
Yeah.
And again, just another point, and this doesn't look good on me. Go to this YouTube channel. Look at the last podcast episode. We do way worse stuff.
Yeah.
Than what that was.
Right.
Like the line gets pushed way further than that fucking thing.
Yep. So it's just annoying. I made a fucking I don't upload to this channel. I don't even talk about this channel. I have a channel called Shut Up Ben Pack. It is literally just I upload about once a year. And last year I uploaded about Pokemon Day 2024, and this year I uploaded about Pokemon Day 2025. I just talked about it on this like very like just slop channel. And on that same channel, I also uploaded me just bitching the day that the YouTube support thing went on. I just fucking complaining. That was the first one. Yeah, this is I'm talking about the first
recently.
One. The second one this is the first time we're talking about it. I was on vacation. I had a beautiful vacation, and it was so nice. And then I get a fucking notification that my beautiful videos are removed. Then I didn't let it ruin my mood. I was so mad about it.
Or do you feel like? I mean, I know you make them, so you probably feel attached to them in some way. How do I phrase this in a way that just doesn't call you retarded? Are you like emotionally attached to that content? You know what I mean? Like, do you feel? How do I phrase this? It's like obviously like your thing gets removed and you feel bad about it. I don't deny that. I'm saying, is there another level for you where you're like, oh man, that was like?
Well, I don't like the content that much. Part of me. I don't like the content that much. Like, I'm not that big of a fan of the content itself. It's just like I want it to be there. You know, that's all it is. I just if this podcast right here, because we're talking about the podcast, the violation, if this video gets removed the day after I release it, I'm gonna be just as annoyed. But it's not gonna be because I like the podcast. Maybe it'll be a great podcast.
Now we're redirecting YouTube support's attention away from where they think the problem is to what they would probably argue was the actual problem.
Here's
so we're doing this right now.
Here's a direct call to action from YouTube support. Remove episode 5, remove episode 10, remove episode 54, and remove this episode. You pussies. You won't fucking remove these episodes, you pussies. All right, that's all I'm saying. And give us strikes and remove this channel. I can move on. I can live my life.
Your protest. We will never upload anything to YouTube ever again.
That's right.
We will boycott.
All the AdSense. All the AdSense that we're raking in. You're not going to get a fucking lick of it, bro. Not a lick of it. Okay, so I just want to get that out of the way. But hold on.
A little birdie told me you had a nice vacation. Now, I don't think you typically go on vacation. It's only been a few times that I've seen you kind of like, you know, leave town. So this must have been a really, really exciting time for you. What were you going for? How was your time?
Okay. It felt like an interview. Like, it felt like I'm being interviewed. Well, okay. So in the next 5 years, I'm going to be.
I gotta support. I'm
Rocky Road Ice Cream.
Wait, hold on. You're interrupting me. I was going to say my job is to support you and make you seem really cool and smart. But if you're going to sit there and keep bumbling like a freaking dumbass, then I don't know how we're supposed to work as a team.
Do you like my big happy grin when you make me laugh? That's the one. So all right. Yeah. So I had a really good vacation. I just went to Connecticut to see friends and family, and then New Jersey to see more friends and family. I'm not going to go over all the plans. I got to see my older brother and older sister. Adam is my younger brother. Chris is my older brother.
Chris.
Adam lives in North Carolina too. But I got to see them.
What's Chris's deal?
Just he is like me if I was shrunk. Wait, I think I have a picture.
A shrunken Ben is kind of funny.
Wait, I don't
have this thing where any like tiny guy is like hilarious to me. So imagining you shrunk is comical to say the least.
I'm gonna
get people click, right? They want to hear comical things. Show me a little tiny you.
Send me the picture of me and Chris in front of the tree. Okay. I'm gonna get that now. So I got to see my older brother. I got to see my older sister. I got to see all the boys. We had a boys' night on Tuesday, and we were playing card games and getting Mexican food.
Did you have the pizza?
Yes, we had that Monday because we were going to get Mexican food in the area because my brother is a foodie. He loves like weird foods. So
there's a few other things too, I've heard.
Yeah. I don't know what I don't even know if I've heard, but sure.
Me and your brother talk frequently, and he texts me multiple times about how dumb and autistic he is.
Oh yeah. He'll do that. He'll do that sometimes. Yeah,
this guy that texted me about a year ago. He says, "Hey, I'm Ben's brother. I'm so autistic. Send me $20." And so I send him $20 periodically.
That was me.
Oh,
yeah. I was telling you. No, yeah, you're conflating the two. It was me. I said that. I'm the autistic one and dumb.
And so all your brothers are normal?
Oh, yep, as normal as they go. Okay. I guess. Yeah. So Monday we were gonna get Indian food. That place closed in 20 minutes. We were going to get Mexican food.
Why do you plan out? So you're like, okay, on this day I'm going to get Mexican. This day I'm going to get Italian. This day I'm going to get Indian. Why are you planning?
Well, no, my foodie brother was like, oh, I know a place that's Indian that we can get for dinner. And that place closed in 20 minutes when we got back. And then Mexican, that place closed in 20 minutes when we finally realized that the other place closed. So then we just settled on pizza.
Mexican food when I think of Connecticut.
Well, I just wanted to get something different, right? But then we ended up getting some good old Connecticut pizza. Good old Connecticut pizza. And hey, it wasn't New Haven pizza. You were trying to tell me that
New Jersey pizza was better last time. You set me up. You were like, Zach, we got to go to Connecticut so we can try the pizza. And I said, I've been thinking about that pizza. I would die to go out there and get that pizza. And you were like, actually, it's not that good. New Jersey pizza's better.
Okay.
Why are you Hitler saluting yourself?
It's different. It's not even the thing. It's it's different.
My heart is erect.
So Connecticut pizza is really good and very homey to me, but it's not like so. I can't do it. I'm a little bit sick. That spoiler for the end of the trip. I'm getting a little bit sick.
I want the New Haven pizza.
Marge, give me the pizza, Marge.
Homie, today's Mexican food day.
That's really all it is. The voice, right? Yeah. I mean that's. Huh? That's how she sounds.
Well, not like that. That sounds like a cat getting ran over. Go back to school.
You look like Krusty the Clown.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I look fat and greasy.
Well, hate to break it to you. That's exactly what Krusty the Clown looks like. Hey.
No, I've seen Krusty the Clown.
Hey. I'm getting off track here. I had pizza Monday. And I was in New Haven. I didn't get New Haven pizza. But I got the best buffalo chicken pizza you'll ever have. You don't like ranch.
Why are you going to New Haven for a pizza? By the way, they get upset with you for how you're calling it the freaking pizza. And you get buffalo chicken? Going to the land of tomato pie and clam
pie.
Get it.
I did not get
buffalo chicken pizza.
I did not get the pizza in New Haven. This is the pizza I got in Moodus. By the way, Moodus is where I stayed at the postcard cabins, which I suggest if anybody's in the Connecticut, like central Connecticut area, that is a great place to stay. It's very comfortable.
Are you sure it's not Modus?
No, it's Moodus, and Alexis found that really funny because she was like, it's like a dumb person asking someone to move something. Moodus.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Your girlfriends, we should get your girlfriends on the show. She should replace you with her.
She would have so much more to talk about. I'm sure.
Honestly, we could probably get both of our girlfriends on a podcast that would probably be much more entertaining.
Valentine's Day 2026. And they just talk to each other. That'd be so sick.
And then I'm just not involved in it at all.
That'd be so sick.
And neither of them want to be on camera. It's just a black screen.
That'd be so sick. That'd be so fun. Anyway. Hung out with the boys Tuesday. Hung out with my family again Wednesday. Thursday was my anniversary. We got some wonderful Italian food in Rocky Hill, Connecticut. It was beautiful and great and so tasty. 7 years dating a wonderful woman. Love it. And we went to New Jersey. We got Mama Rosa's Pizza in New Jersey.
Picture of that. I'm curious.
Dude, it was so good. And it's funny because we were with Alexis's niece and nephew, and Alexis's nephew was like, yeah, that was like a 6 out of 10. I'm like, that's the best pizza I've had in the last like 3 years. Like, no question. That's like the best pizza I've had in so long. But yeah, so I met Alexis's newborn niece. What?
She has a boar niece?
She has a boar niece, yeah. And
she has a wild hog for a niece?
Yeah. And then I drove home
I have a
for
wild
7 hours.
Hog.
And look, prove it.
You are a wild hog.
Prove it.
Tell you what I want to bore.
I think you
bore me.
You're mistaking the word bore for vor. Vor. So what I want to do here is I want to also say that I this morning woke up with a sore-ish throat, and now it's much sorer, and I have ice cream coming, I think, at some point.
Sandals?
No, it's a new place. So this might be another shorter-ish episode. I honestly liked the length of the last episode a lot.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's easier to edit, and I'm sure it prevents less rambling. But I got content for this one.
So yeah, no, I'm excited for the content. But I think now
I literally spent like a whole day writing for this.
I think,
and for a lot of stuff, if you were to see the failed bits too, I wrote a lot for shit that didn't make it to this.
Okay. I think
so everything in here should be funny, and if it's not,
I think we should spin the wheel.
You too.
Yeah. I think
you have it on your screen, right?
I do. So I think we should spin the wheel and see how this goes.
Tell me what we'll do first.
So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hit spin, and it's gonna be between tier list, hot takes, and the news. I don't want to know what hot takes is given the last episode, but let's spin it. Tier list.
All right, so this is probably, I was hoping this one would come in later because it's definitely the most boring content out of everything here. So everything I just hyped up is wrong, but that's okay. This will self-serve us, okay?
Okay.
You like getting self-served?
Yeah, I like the kiosks at McDonald's.
Do you think of me as like a
handsome?
Yeah. Like a sidekick?
Oh,
the tier list.
This is the Regurgitated list tier list maker.
yeah. I hyped this up, didn't I? I said I put a lot of time writing all this stuff. Yep. And you get the first one where I just did it wrong.
Yep. It's so exciting.
Now, this isn't everything we've ever done. I considered doing every single upload. This is every CNS that should be out right now. Although there might be another one out by the time this comes out. We'll see. And then a random assortment of what I would consider to be notable episodes.
Okay. Okay.
This one we can keep brief because it is more self-serving. But I am curious to hear your thoughts on like what you would consider if like someone was new to this content, right?
So this is my opinions or our opinions?
Well, the goal is to debate it a little bit, but I'm sure we'll agree on a lot of stuff.
Okay. Sure. All right. So we'll start at the top with the Suika Let's Play. I liked the Suika Let's Play. I liked how it came out. I was so sick that I could not. I was just playing the game and letting you yap.
Not sick when we were there.
What's that?
I think you were trying to convince me that you were not sick.
Oh, well, I wasn't like sick, but I was like nasally and boogery and all fucked up. Like
I could tell. It was a reason why I was asking you, hey, are you sick?
Yeah, so I let you yap a lot. So I think my performance here was not great. I think my performance here was not great.
I thought the conversation was good, and I like Suika as a game. But I think just by the nature of it being a Let's Play, I'd put it at a C.
Yes, so there's also that portion of it.
It's like low effort, too.
Visually, I did not like it because it was so dark in my room for the face cam, and the Suika is such a bright game.
For your room.
Well, I just wasn't prepared to record two people in one room, which I should have been. But the Suika is such a bright game that visually, it kind of looks like shit, like in comparison. The face cam looks like shit in comparison to the gameplay. I would go C. I don't hate it, but it's not gonna be anywhere above a C ever.
I would agree.
Okay. CNS ASMR. This is an interesting one because I had a lot of like inspiration for this one, but I don't know how well it came out compared to my inspiration. I would probably put it at an A. I think A is A for ASMR.
I think it might be oddly one of the funniest videos we've done. Mm-hmm. I don't know if other people would agree with that.
Thematically,
I remember doing this and thinking, what the fuck did I get myself into? And then when I saw it, because you edited it and not me, when I saw what you did with it after, it was very like Adult Swim-esque. Like I found myself like laughing at it quite a bit. There was a lot of tension in it too, which I was not expecting either, and I think that made it really funny. But I do think we have better content. So,
I think A is a great place to put it.
It's a good watch. It's short too,
dude. I gotta say it first. S. This fucking shit was so awesome.
The debate, that one might. I know. I'm gonna say this to a few different things. This one might actually be the best upload. It's definitely the best by views.
Good. It's so good, dude. It's so funny throughout the entire thing. It's so funny. There's not like a lull at any point. It's all continuously funny.
Is it 2 or 3 hours?
I think it's just under 2.
Okay,
but it felt like a long time because
like 2 hours of straight. Bit, and it's very
straight
fun.
gas.
I really
it's like so good. It was so good, and it was like
I think we ought to, not to like post the video ideas in the middle of a segment, but we should do something similar to this again with another event, like the Oscars or something.
Yeah,
I don't know
yes, for sure.
To find another event to replicate this idea with.
Yeah, I think that the funniness of it was that all my friends were there. They were funny, leaving funny questions in that thing. It was just so, everything was so well put together. The audience there was good. Sean was such a great moderator. It was so heat.
He was perfect
no question. Question.
The us coming up with that concept and getting all the people we needed for it and realizing that we only had like 2 weeks to do it. And it worked. Like we got everything done like on time is insane. Like it's never happened to us.
It was so good. It was so good. All right, the Drive-In podcast. I liked this episode. Editing it, I don't like rewatching it. I think it's because the audio is fucked. I did not do a good job editing this audio.
I want to use the car rig again. I actually have a few ideas for it. I think having another location was really interesting to me. And I just think in general, too, it was a really interesting idea, right? Kind of like it's not cash cap, but like that style of setup, but for like a podcast is funny to me, but it's boring. If you go watch through it after, it is pretty boring. So I think good idea, bad. It wasn't even bad execution. It was just, we had recorded so much, I think, that we were just done with it at the time. And I think that for me, it's going to go in the C The only reason why it's not a D was because it was an interesting idea in another location.
Yeah,
the intro to the video is pretty funny too.
I was honestly gonna say B. I was gonna leave it at B because I like it more than most podcasts I know. So that's kind of the reason I was gonna put it up there. Let's do.
I'll allow it. I would personally put it at a C, but I'll allow a B. We can also
put
change
it in C. I'm gonna put it in C because when I think of Suika, I put these at like kind of equal level. You know?
Yeah.
So also, we did talk about in that podcast going to the Poconos and just filming in the same way, going to the Poconos. That would be so awesome. Not even, I know that we can't.
How far would you that again?
It's like 5 hours or 6 hours or something.
And it would be a lot to edit, but it would be fun.
And the thing is, we wouldn't have like there's no way we're filling up 6 hours just with conversation. But the idea of the entire drive being filmed and uploaded is kind of awesome.
What if it was just more kind of like obviously we couldn't go live because of internet, but what if we uploaded it like it was alive? We can talk more about that afterwards, but don't throw away that idea. Yeah. I like the idea.
Okay, so Amazon 2, I don't like it as much as Amazon 1.
Really? I thought it was funny.
I thought it was great. I liked Amazon 1 better. I think
this is a solid B tier for me. I don't think there's a reason to elaborate on it too much. It's solid.
It's solid. The thing that I don't like is it did not have the magic. And this is just this is as we were doing it, we realized this, or maybe I assume you realized this too. While we were actively doing it, I realized, this doesn't have the magic because it's like one thing. It's like it's all gonna have like funny word on it, you know. Versus the first one, which was like you gave me an autism slug, that was funny because autism. You gave me a GERD shirt, that's funny because GERD. And then like the black people book or the I'm gay book, you know, those were all solid.
I see what you're saying. I still thought it was pretty funny.
I thought it was very. I think that our banter and shit was funny in our.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't describe having a wider variety of items as magic, but I see your point.
Yeah, for sure. The next CNS
Sleeping episode's an interesting one to me. The Goodnight Story is an interesting idea to me.
I like this. I don't know where I'd put it though, because I don't have many thoughts on it. Like I don't like the thumbnail. I hate the. I don't think
it's the greatest thing we've ever made. I think it's a little boring at times, but I also think that like that's the point. Like the idea is literally like reading this until we go, like doing this until you fall asleep. Like that is like the idea of it, is to be a little boring. And by the way, as someone that edited this, I'm never doing that again. We're not doing bedtime stories too, unless I have some other help or upgraded equipment or something. Yeah, that was quite a bit to fucking go through.
You did a bunch. You did. There's no question about that. You did a bunch.
And like, I remember sending you feedback for that, like sending that to you for feedback. And it was like anything involving the animation needing changed. I was like, please, for the love of fucking God. I was like, I know it doesn't look like a lot, but I really don't want to open that up again.
Yep. Nope. I totally get you. I like this episode.
I don't know if this is a B. It's between a B or a C to me.
I was going to put it in C.
Because of CNS, I feel like it's
okay. Because you did such a good job editing a video that needed a lot of editing. But the problem is, like, I would rewatch this actually, like, literally to go to sleep. So the purpose is there. But as far as like videos that like make me laugh and like that I'm engaged in, not there. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
I'm going to go C. And also the thumbnail, that's a full point down, in my opinion. I fucking hate that thumbnail.
Oh, you can change the thumbnail. I actually think it's a good idea for us. It's something I've been meaning to bring up to you. I just think you give off this vibe that you don't want to change thumbnails. But I think it's a good thing if you wanted to try to change it.
I might. That one specifically I might want to fuck around with. But regardless.
Okay.
Fucking with Tristan with this episode 27. This is so funny. It did not get it has like a pretty low view count, I think, compared to other podcasts, which we don't get many views on the podcast anyway. But this is so funny that he was not like, he could not figure out the source of the beeping and could not hear it. That is so fucking funny.
I was genuinely shocked by like what it actually was.
Mm-hmm.
Like never in a million years did I expect it to be his chair squeaking, because it sounded like exactly like a chair. If you go watch the video, there's no, I mean, unless I'm just dumb, which that'd be a news flash for me, by the way. I would never be dumb. I'm the smartest man I know.
I've seen it.
But I was not expecting that. It was very funny. And I love Tristan. I messaged him today for the first time in a while.
I need to talk to him more. I put this at B. I like.
Yeah, I'd agree.
The good bits are great. Like that part was great, and I would put that at A. But the fact that it's a podcast and that's not the whole thing drops out a letter grade for me.
Okay.
I didn't like this one. I
really,
maybe it's because
it's funny.
Me doing it. The problem is that I was Belia-chan, and that the one.
What? That was you?
I know. I didn't mean to like, me? I didn't want to fuck with. I didn't want to I didn't want to cause drama or anything. But it was me doing that. And
okay, wow, jeez.
I don't really like the thumbnail anymore. And first of all, second of all, I like your side. I don't like the other side. Second of all, that 1 second delay after.
Oh yeah,
I was so irritating to do bit with.
I hated this when it was going on, especially because I was surprising you with the great Isaiah at the time, who I love as an individual. I think he would admit is not the best for bits. But I will say the feedback I got from this, that people that watch this show, was they thought it was one of the funniest things you've ever done, was fuck with me as Belia-chan for an hour straight. I know Ethan and Ben really enjoyed that part of it, so
yeah,
you got to laugh at them for sure.
I also Alexis
I also don't remember it that well.
Yeah, me neither. I remember the Belia-chan bit, and then I remember I was moving out at that point. I remember that. But
yeah,
I also want to show you a picture.
Didn't like it being filmed for me. Go ahead.
I want to show you a picture. Alexis sent me the picture of me and
I don't want to spend too much time on this bit too either. But I can't really see that right now. But I'll look at that later.
I look like a chunky boy a little bit in that picture, but that's okay. He's just small.
Right,
he's just small compared to me.
Oh, okay. I'll send that to me later or now or whatever. I'll just look at it later.
Sorry. Anyway, yes, the Belia-chan bit. I remember sitting on my floor and we were just talking, chatting shit, and we were talking. I don't remember what about. I'm gonna put this at like a B or a C for me. I'll say B.
C for me. I've heard other people say something that it would be higher. I would be C for me though.
Well, I'll leave it at B. Maybe I'll change my mind.
Okay. The Sean Pansing incident.
This episode is really good. I rewatched it. I've probably rewatched it twice since we uploaded it.
I don't really go back and rewatch old stuff that much.
I
but
don't
this is
either. Yeah, I was gonna say this is a good one. Also, there was like 4 episodes where we had me, you, Sean, and Tristan for the entire episode, and those were great.
We had the big 4 for a moment.
We had the big 4 for a minute. I'm gonna put this at A. You can't make
that's
that
where
up.
I'd put it too.
You can't make that. It's so good. The first episode with Tristan, this
episode literally made me a friend.
Yeah.
This episode literally sent me and my girlfriend to Hawaii making this episode.
Isn't that so cool? I see what I like about that.
Meet strangers on the internet and meet actual friends.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Well,
and you interviewing him for the first time was really funny too. I need to get you to interview more people for the first time.
Yeah, because I don't turn on interview mode. I just talk. I'm like, what? Yeah, do you jerk off? It's like a cut or uncut. So this episode is great. His audio sucked. We've already.
It doesn't bother me as much as it does to you. It's not like he's like in an air fryer or anything. It's
because he said this later that he had his microphone backwards on his desk. So that's gonna happen. I vaguely remember that now. Yeah. I mean, he was so down to do anything. I was like, hey, you want to just like Photoshop live? Yeah, this is an A.
I get that for some people the photoshopping bits were a little long and that there's audio issues, but for me it's an A.
Yep.
Okay. This is episode 1 or 2 of Old People.
40 was episode 2.
Okay. I think both of these are really funny. The Old People bits that they do, Buck and Wild, that might be my favorite characters they do.
Yeah.
I'd put it at A.
I'd put it at A as well. I don't know how, I don't remember exactly how long we had them on for episode 15, but as soon as they turned their cameras on, I was like, this is gold. This is gold. Yeah. It's so good.
I didn't know how to handle it for a while. It was a really good effort on their part. Episode 1. No further comment. Possum and a peanut.
No, I want to talk about episode 1 a little bit. I want to talk about episode. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. We talk about Arizona. We talk about apples. We talk about the Halo TV show.
The Apple conversation was goated.
Dude, it's legendary, but like uninteresting. We're like, yeah, do you ever have gala? It's like, what the fuck? This is
interesting right now, this tier list.
Yeah, we are just kind of like, we're not even self-sucking. We're like self-punching. We started
the episode talking about our YouTube channel. Now the first bit is also talking about our YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. We might have lost viewership by now. Or if we had it.
Okay, I'll continue these bits. We'll keep it rolling. I'll go headstrong to take you on. I'll go headstrong to take on anyone.
By Trapped?
What?
By Trapped? It's not by Linkin Park. It's by Trapped.
What?
Yeah, is that crazy? Anyway,
Possum and a peanut.
It's a D. No, Possum and a Peanut, that's like a C. But the first episode is a D. It's trash.
Yeah, I don't really enjoy revisiting that one. Possum and a Peanut literally might be responsible for our demise. So I don't know how you factor that into this decision.
That's a great point. So it was all right. Is
that good? I thought like net benefit the universe.
The episode went well, and the talking with Isaiah went well. I'd put it at a B. It's not incredible. Yeah, it's not horrible.
Agree. I need to find another suit that fits me too. I kind of miss wearing the suit.
The live
I outfatted that suit, by the way.
Damn it. Me too.
Speaking of suits,
this episode is really funny. I rewatched this.
This one is an S tier for me.
I want to say it's near S tier. There's something that always holds me back from rewatching it. I don't remember what it is.
I said I don't really rewatch much. I actually rewatched this one. I've rewatched this one a few times. I enjoy this one a lot. It also kind of reminds me of like an Adult Swim bit too, and how broken it is. Because it was such a big idea in my mind, and for it to turn out like it did is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
And not in like a bad way either. Like I genuinely enjoy going back and re-listening.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. And Adam joining and being like, "Why did you break the TV? Why did you do that?" It's really funny.
To be like, we made our own talk show, and you just can't find a guest, and the only guest is your brother as a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like not even like a notable cartoon. It just as like a bad cartoon character.
David joined.
David did join. Who could forget?
Yeah. And Brainstorm. The David thing was so funny when he broke the screen and there was like an eighth of it that was working, and he like had to go in there. We kept like drawing on them with a Sharpie. Yeah. That was good. Brainstorm.
So this was insane that I got to do this episode. However, I got to say I found it really cringy going back and listening to myself talk to him.
I think it's
because he has not responded to my last message to him either. So now I'm like,
maybe that makes you cringe a little bit more.
Maybe.
I like this episode. I don't know because I took the reins on this one because I don't know if you were nervous or what, but I
don't know why. In retrospect, I really shouldn't have been that nervous about it. But for me, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did this. You know?
Yeah. So I didn't give a shit.
In retrospect, I'm like, I really don't care. I like him a lot. Like, I still do like him, but I don't feel like weird about it or anything.
Like I don't give a shit about. I didn't give a shit about Brainstorm, so it was like super easy for me to just like have a conversation with this fucking guy.
Yeah,
which I really liked a lot. I like that dynamic where you were like really intent on like my assumption is you wanted it to go a specific way, and then I was like I talked to him like I talked to Tristan or like I talked to anybody that.
In retrospect, I really don't know what I was expecting. I think I asked thinking it wouldn't work, and then it worked, and then I thought, well, what do I do now that it worked? And I think I overthought it a lot, and I don't quite know what I was thinking. I just knew I was nervous about it.
I knew you were nervous. That's probably why you're cringing. You cringe at yourself because this one is like a. But wait, the conversation was so fluid. I want to put it at A, but I'm going to put it at B.
He had some really interesting stories too about Young Thug and obviously Ark's nephew, but like him almost getting shot those few times was crazy.
Yeah.
And then learning a little bit more about his personal life. I'm happy. He seems to be very happy too.
Yeah.
I've seen him and his lady on Instagram a few times. I'm very happy for you, Mr. Storm.
And he took your advice with the YouTube channel thing.
He did. Have we talked about it on the show? How we were our merch was in the cover of his like radio show.
No, but now we can.
Oh yeah, put that up and link it in the description. I actually really like the mix.
Yeah, so. It's great. No, he's nice. He's a very talented guy. No question about that. The wax is so funny.
This is S tier content.
This is S tier content. This is so.
This is
funny.
Easy S tier context. And if you don't, honestly, I don't even think we should talk about it. If you're gonna click on anything after this. No context, just click on waxing. Just please go watch it.
Just the waxing of right above my ass.
Well, no, we don't don't spoil it.
Oh,
you haven't seen it, just click on it.
Yeah, don't watch. I hope actually I can spoil it because they already went back and watched it. Now they click back in. Because
they listen to you. They're that generous to us with their time. Nice.
Yep. The Cleveland Mush video was funny, but it was like such a bad idea, to be honest.
I actually think the idea itself is like the most normal idea we've ever done.
It's just like we ate Chipotle and Shake Shack. That's all it was.
Yeah, the comments on the video were really funny where they're just like, so you are picky eaters and you throw up as a video.
Yeah. I'd put this at B.
I don't know. Where do you want to put this?
B.
Okay, yeah, that's probably where
I don't go back and rewatch it because I'm like, I know I just like eat it.
It's also like, it's not boring. I'll say that.
It's not boring.
S tier. This is
easy S tier.
I'll be honest with you.
We talk about Rooster Teeth in this one too, right? Was it that one?
Don't know why we would have, but maybe.
Wasn't that when it went down? It died?
What?
Isn't that when
Rooster
Teeth?
Was Isaiah in that? Because we only talked about Rooster Teeth with Isaiah. I think
this is the one
fucking wild. This is when they had the extra member. Remember?
Yeah, but we had like a 30 or 40 minute bit after the main podcast ended.
Oh no, you're okay. No,
right?
No, I remember that now. We really should have made that its own video.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
Science Kit, the most viewed video.
Wait, but Buck and Wild also always just so heat, always so good. This video is good. I wouldn't put this at S though. I'd put this at like A. I think it's the most clickable video we have.
I think it's B.
I think it's B.
I do. I think it's good. I just don't think it's like, aside from it being the most viewed, I don't think it's that notable.
What's a memorable moment from that video?
Spilling the tube. I like when I edited in that explosion at one point. That was pretty funny.
You know, one thing I liked about these videos is when Brian would be filming and he would just it happened to do 2 different times. It happened with the candy and it happened with in this video where he would just like film himself touching the thing. I don't know why. I find that really, really funny. Like he's just, I don't know. I'll give B because again, I don't remember much of what we did there. I don't know. And then when
IRL 1.
I think
we became closer friends that day.
I don't watch this video because my hair looked fucking ugly, and it makes me feel bad about myself.
That was the point of the video.
I know, it makes me feel bad about myself though. And also the audio, I didn't know how to edit audio correctly, so it was a little bit funky. And I know that my mic was a little bit unplugged, so I had to like, what do they call it when you speak over? Like I had to like dub in my voice for certain parts when they sounded bad.
Yeah. I didn't know what you were talking about for a minute there.
But it is a classic and it is a big moment. So I'm going to put it in A. And I feel like the in-person ones are always better. Anyway.
Wow, that's a pretty even spread of content.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think these are like ones that we would go back and watch, you know what I mean? And then we'd never go back and watch the first episode. Right?
I mean, maybe for posterity's sake, which is a fun thing to say.
Yeah, well, maybe your next episode's content is cringing at episode 1. We just react to all of episode 1. And then a year later, we do all of episode 2.
Again, I do plan to come with more. I can't promise it every episode, but it might happen. I might be able to keep that up. I'm hoping to do bits.
Sure.
A lot more.
All right. Let's do we want to jump right into the second bit?
You're in the driver's seat. If you want to talk about something, continue to talk.
I have nothing to talk about because I loved this bit. I like talking about this.
Okay, we could do a lot more tier lists too. It's a very versatile, very versatile thing.
Yep.
Tier list. There's many things you could rank.
Name one thing.
Many things you could rank.
Races,
terrorist organizations, how sexy children.
How do I'm gonna have to just spin it twice. Well, my ice cream's here also.
And my goal is to serve you. Remember, my goal is to make you seem as funny and as smart as possible.
Right. Give me 1 second.
So you better figure out how to work out the fucking dumbass wheel. Dumbass. Better make sure the fucking wheel works.
The hell, dude. All right, I'm
just saying. My goal here as your sidekick is to make you seem as your side Jack, as your side Zach. My goal as your side Zach is to make you seem as smart and lovable and as cute as possible. And it's really hard to do that when you act like a fucking retard all the time and you can't make a wheel work.
Give me 1 second.
People rejected. While he's gone, I hope this is still recording. While he's gone, we got appeal ejected. Or appeal rejected. Oh boy. While he's gone, can we do a little mini rant, side Zach mini rant here? So, we're no strangers, right? We all know that Twitter recently has become a lot worse with like bots and people posting porn and things. Usually it's a little bit more spread out. However, these threads, I don't even know if you could zoom in on this. No way shoddy don't care about being on video crying emojis, a thread. This appears now like 10 times a day for me now. It appeared in front of my girlfriend while I was scrolling recently too. I've never opened one of these. Well, I opened the first one I saw, I'll be honest with you. And that's probably why I'm in the fucking algorithm now. But I can't escape it. I was not jerking off to it, by the way. It was just like, this is on my fucking Twitter page. But now if you just scroll, it's like nothing but that. And I don't know how to get out of the algorithm. It's like, it's on my normal page. There's no way to separate it. It's just constantly giving me like horrible shit. It's terrible. Who wants to use this app?
You talking to yourself?
Yes.
Oh. I got ice cream. It's salty ice cream.
From where? Give a shout out.
Handcrafted afters? I don't know what the fuck that means.
Sounds like a porno.
It might just be.
I don't know why I have porn on the brain.
Don't we all? We're men. All right. Second bit. I can't take the one that we got off of it.
Ben, it's been over a year since we've done this bit.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've made some attempts at this recently, but none of them were actually written bits. And I think this time I outdid myself. I think this might be the longest news section I've ever written.
Okay, but I'm happy that I could eat during it. It was actually perfect.
Yes. That'll make it a lot funnier too if you can eat during it. Hey, do you guys like week Saturday Night Live weekend update? Do you like the Norm Macdonald, the new weekend update? Well, this is a worse version of that. So if you like that, be prepared to not laugh nearly as much for this. All right, Ben, are you ready to hear some news stories?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we got links to these too. So in a lot of these other videos we've made, Ben, people have been like, "That's not real. This guy's fucking lying." Well, we got links now. So you can go verify every little thing that I'm talking about, okay? So recently, a woman's death was ruled not a suicide after being found with 3 gunshot wounds from 2 different guns, police say. I don't know how a man could be that unhappy with a woman who could do so much with her hands. How does that stack up? Does that stack? Is that a good?
Really
is that
good.
A good one?
Really good. I really like the hand drops.
All right. Here's your next news story. Scientists recently taught rats how to play hide and seek, which is great news because if there's one thing we need right now, it's sneakier rats. It's a sensible chuckle right there.
You hear your walls are crashing the walls.
Okay.
You ever hear that?
No,
walls,
what?
Crashing the walls? There you go. Your walls.
Oh, you got rats in your walls. That makes sense, bud. Looking at you.
Yeah. You have javelinas in your yard. You have javelinas in your yard.
I do have javelinas in my yard, yes. I live in a desert. Poor sleep can make you more susceptible to conspiracy theories. Reports a team from the University of Nottingham. The article, however, never mentions how you're supposed to actually get sleep at night in such a cruel and mysterious world.
What the fuck is Nautica?
Is that up to snuff with those fucking blokes over at SNL? Gonna get a job yet?
I think if you gotta like channel your.
Oh, I gotta come from my diaphragm.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Thank you. Yeah, this next one I was a little nettled by because I wrote this one thinking I caught it like new, and then I've seen it all over Twitter everywhere. But whatever. Klarna lands buy now pay later deal with DoorDash, allowing customers to purchase food on 4-month payment plans. Investors are excited for what this could mean as the investors are. Let me restart. I mean, can we take a bit? Do we like to take a break? We like
no, this is
live. Okay. Well, jokes are. You can restart this. We all love restarts, right? I'm a big restart.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big restarted person.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm a restarted person. Klarna lands buy now pay later deal with DoorDash, allowing customers to purchase food on 4-month payment plans. Investors are excited for what this could mean for the company's stock, says Five Guys Burgers and Fries CEO Jerry Mule.
His name is Mule?
Jerry Myrtle.
Myrtle?
Jerry Myrtle. Researchers out of China have discovered a new cancer therapy that disguises tumors as pork to trigger an immune attack. This is great news as my body also attacks pork at incredible speeds.
Dude, like when you're eating pork chops, or when you're eating bacon, or when you're eating hot dogs, or when you're... It's so sick.
Kinda. Not really.
Huh?
A new article from ABC says that the U.S. meat trade is days away from getting kicked out of China. Hey, speaking of meat trades, I think I know a few guys over there who can't stop porking each other.
Gay!
That's what we call a callback in the biz.
Well, what's the John Pork? No, I don't know the callback.
Yeah. Teenage dart sensation Luke Littler. That's quite a name, right? Luke Littler. Teenage dart sensation Luke Littler is skipping the European Darts Trophy, possibly due to a busy schedule. This comes just days after after another shocking skip of the darts tournament. Everyone else. There's not a lot of people watch like darts on TV.
Wait, you ever play darts? When I throw it, I miss.
This is the last one here. Are you ready for the last news report?
No.
But it's good so far. Can we get a clap? Can we get a round of applause if we like this so far?
And I think this last one there's going to be a lot of discussion surrounding.
You think people are going to discuss this?
Mm-hmm.
You think people get disgusted by this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, a new report from 404.com alleges people are using AI to create influencers with Down syndrome who sell nudes. This shocked the online podcast Regurgitated as they forgot they made an OnlyFans account until now.
So what's interesting about that is that's sick. I love AI. I love it. It's so cool.
You know what's funny about that? Going back to talking about us again with the whole tier list thing. Do you remember when like DALL-E first came out and we made that AI art challenge because we thought it was funny?
We never thought that there'd be AI Down syndrome OnlyFans influencers.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. How do you feel about that episode in retrospect? Because at the time it was like, oh, this is kind of a funny thing that we're kind of fucking messing with here. Look, isn't that funny? We can make little funny AI art things. And then now that it's so like proliferous, it's some perfulent throughout the world.
Yeah.
Is it cringy to look back on? I think it's a little cringy to look back on. I think.
I find it cringy. I do find that episode bad, though. Period.
Yeah. I don't think we would have made that episode now, seeing how the world kind of changed around AI, you know?
In my hand. Well, let's talk more salty O's.
Salty O's.
Dude, it's so good. It's like salty cookies and cream.
You know, I don't know when the last time I had ice cream was.
Oh,
I had a milkshake at In-N-Out.
That doesn't count. Have you been having the Shamrock Shakes?
No.
Why no Shamrock Shake?
Why would I? I just don't know. I don't, sit around going, oh, you know what I need right now? Some ice cream.
Crazy. I had the same $6 meal deal from Dunkin' for 4 days in a row, and I had really bad diarrhea when I got back.
Oh, that's shocking, man. That's a twisted revelation.
And then on the way home from Connecticut, or New Jersey, I guess.
Yeah.
I got a McGangbang, and it gave me diarrhea again.
Really? Your hole got McGangbanged.
Yeah. It was a whole shebang.
A whole shebang.
So if I spin this again and we get news again, you got to do it another one.
No.
All right, so what are your hot takes?
I don't know. Well, are we doing the hot take segment?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to start the segment now?
Yeah, wait, hold on.
I got an intro for it and everything.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me think. What is the hot take segment? The hot take segment.
Yeah, take a little bit of a guess. I'll set it up here before we get into it.
The hot take segment is a debate section where you say, I don't like ranch, and I say, you're a bitch for not liking ranch. And then I say, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet were fine, even though they looked like shit and didn't play well. They were fun games. And you go, idiot.
So, I'm in the football.
No. I'll say, Fortnite is fun. You should play it with me. And you'll go, ugh.
That's what you think hot takes is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are you fucking tired of me or something? What was that response? Are you sick of this shit?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, you know me. I'm a
All right. You're a funny guy.
You know me. I like I'm big into the football, right? It's kind of really the only sport I really get into.
Is this going to be a football bit?
No. Hold on. No, I want to set this up. I want to explain myself to you.
Okay.
Because everything funny needs to be explained.
Yes.
So, I was thinking about bits to do, right? I was like, I really want to get, I know I want to write the news, but I really want to have a lot of stuff just prepared and written, have some variety and some stuff to clip over for reflux, and just I want to like really think about this. And right now, as someone who's really into football, we're in peak off season. That's what they call it, peak off season. So all the content and like football media right now it's very talky. If you're watching anything football right now, it's all very like hypotheticals, talky, but they always try to hype it up. And so this is kind of inspired by a lot of the sports shows that I've been watching, right? Because they always do these lists where like they got someone like reading off a list and they're going to react to them. So this is kind of my take on that. And I have a specific song I want to use, and it will be copyrighted. So I'm a little hesitant to put it on Reflex.
That's just fine.
We will try. I did test it on my own channel, and it was fine. Anyways,
roll the intro.
Hot takes.
Hi, my name is Zach, and this is Ben, and welcome to Hot Takes. Hot takes. Ben, this is a little bit late, but we got a bunch of hot takes for you about predictions, things that might happen before the end of the year.
Okay. 2025, the year of our Lord. What?
2025, the year of our Lord. Do you have anything you want to throw in here before I start going through a bunch of hot takes and seeing whether or not you can agree on them, elaborate on them, anything like that?
Yeah, anything I want to input here? Grow your beard out more. It's looking a little patchy.
Oh, you thinking this is going to be like a personal thing, like personal for me? Things I can control? You think I'm going to make you a list that says, here's a bunch of hot takes, predictions for the year. And it's all things I can do. Effort?
Yeah.
All right. My first hot take is the King of England dies, and we all move on from it in about a week.
Oh, that's absolutely happening. You see that motherfucker, bro? He is an ancient guy. He's an ancient guy.
Have you seen that man's hands?
No.
Go do yourself a favor. I don't know if you want to do this now or in post, but Google the King of England's hands. They're like inflated. It's weird.
Like that.
They're like big inflated purpley sausage looking things. It's very weird.
Is it like the guy from GTA 3 whose like hands were like dipped in fat and then like flipped backwards?
I have no clue what you're talking about. I got to be honest with you.
I get a bunch of Breaking Bad clips on and TikTok, and it makes me want to watch it, but I don't like care. Go ahead.
Is that interesting as someone that has never watched Breaking Bad? Do you find the clips entertaining?
Yeah, like I want to know like why is Hank and Walter not, why aren't they friends?
Oh, they were friends for a bit.
Right, well that's the thing. That's the thing is why are they friends now? What's going on here? Yeah, well don't tell me. Don't tell me. But I
start watching it. It'd be cool.
But no, but myth busted. He's fucking dying on September 21st, 2025.
September 21st. Okay, Elon Musk will do something to fall out of Donald Trump's friend circle.
Nobody even likes him. Nobody in the White House fucking likes him. Nobody likes him, period.
You know how like Mike Pence was once like on the inner.
Oh, you think he's gonna be like
and then now he's out. I'm sure there's still some conservatives that like Mike Pence, but he's not like Trump. Trump's not a fan anymore of Pence. Same thing with John Bolton, right? He was a big Trump guy for a while, and now he's like kind of anti-Trump. He did something that pissed him off, and then Trump got mad. Now they're not friends anymore. It seems to be, my point is, aside from like the very close-knit part of his circle, it seems to be people kind of will do something against him, and then they'll go, I get a load of this guy.
Here's what's going to happen.
And then they stop being friends.
Elon Musk is going to lose so much money. And then Donald Trump won't kill him. You don't like him anymore. That's it.
All right, I'll just let that stand there.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. First, I just wanted to say, I don't know what you were about to say, but it sounded like you just said Adolf, and I find that interesting.
What? You find that interesting? Well, we don't promote. It's not like we promote terrorist organizations.
Right. You're right.
Channel.
Well, yeah, I guess. But Trump is gonna stop. Elon is a fad. I said it.
That was
fad
kind
with
of
a D.
my
I said a D.
No.
I said it was a D. Not that's fad with a D.
What are you thinking?
I don't know.
How else would you interpret that?
No. Well, I just think some people might call him.
Yeah, I don't care. I clearly am not smarter.
Well, you know about human effigies.
What, you just called me an effing gangster? What did you just call me?
An F&G. Yeah, you're an F&G. Go ahead.
We gotta get through this, Ben. This is hot takes. We gotta get through. We gotta get through the predictions of the year, Ben.
You're right.
All right.
Go ahead.
We got AI will finally do something unpopular enough to spark a widespread protest.
Nope.
This is not just people boycotting online, but people like actually getting a sign and going to the street.
AI is two poggers. It's going to take over our jobs.
AI is two poggers? Is that what you said?
It's two poggers. It's going to take our jobs.
Post that on X with the right hashtag, and you might get a lot of fucking...
Yeah.
All right, my next hot take. Steely Dan frontman Donald Fagen will not die in 2025.
That man's living forever. I don't know who it is, but I'm guessing he's old.
He's 77 years old.
Well, that's not that old. He'll be fine.
You know, it's funny. I wrote that down before I looked up his age because I saw him live for the first. I saw him as Steely Dan live like 2 years ago, and I was like, "Holy shit, that guy's old." And then I looked up his age, and I thought the same thing. I was like, "That's not terrible," but I still included it in here because I thought it was funny.
Christopher Walken is like 81, and he is doing great.
Yeah, is he in anything recently?
Severance.
Is he? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, he's in Severance, which blew my mind when I saw him in Severance. But he talks like this still. He does still do this.
I hope he doesn't talk differently now. Yeah. What's funny about you bring that up about Severance because Severance is a show that I've seen so popular recently, and I assume this must be how you feel about Breaking Bad, where it's so popular that I don't want to watch it. Right? People are talking about it so much that I'm like, I don't want to like that. But you saying Christopher Walken's in it is probably the best sales pitch, because I had no clue he was in it. Now I'm like, well, fuck, I kind of want to watch a new Christopher Walken thing. You know?
Yeah, no, I mean the cast of Severance is great. I don't feel that way with Breaking Bad though. I watched the first episode of Breaking Bad, which I've heard is a slow burn anyway. I mean, I heard that's not the.
Oh yes, you told me about this. And I know I personally get that way where something will get popular, and I'll be like, I should like that.
I feel the same way.
I bet you I'd like that.
I feel the same way.
And then it'll get too popular, and I'm like, I don't know.
I am a kind of a bit of a trend chaser. Like I started playing Marvel Rivals here and there, which I was avoiding for the first like 6 months of its huge popularity. But I'm a bit of a trend chaser. But like there are certain things where everybody, like Monster Hunter Wilds, for example.
Girlfriend's a bit of a chubby chaser.
Whoa.
We got some pretty good hot takes here coming up. If you
go ahead.
The next one's actually a pretty juicy one. I don't know if you're aware. We got some juicy ones coming up. But go ahead, say whatever bullshit you were gonna say.
No, I was just gonna say I Monster Hunter Wilds came out.
You look smart, by the way. So that's your side Zach or whatever.
Oh yeah, my side Zach. Monster Hunter Wilds came out, and I was not that interested in it. And then I watched gameplay, and I'm not that interested in it. And it's super popular, and I'm sure if I got into it, I might like it. But I just like can't care. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, next one. This one we can really dig into, I think. Grand Theft Auto 6 will not win Game of the Year.
Is it coming out next year?
Coming out this year still. Supposedly. So I think your three options for it not winning Game of the Year is 1, it gets delayed, 2, Split Fiction wins it, or 3, some game that I don't know about yet comes out.
Pokemon Legends ZA will win it this year.
You think?
No.
What are the odds? Because I think kind of if you were to go to like Polymarket bet or something, I bet you the odds would be Grand Theft Auto 6 winning Game of the Year. It seems like Rockstar, even though I have an affinity for all the two games I mentioned there, they think GTA 5 and Red Dead 2 both won Game of the Year, correct?
No? Could be. I'm not sure. At the Game Awards specifically is what you're talking about, or you're just saying any Game of the Year?
Oh, I mean, I guess I'm saying at the Game Awards, but if we're not that, because I don't really know much about the award show myself. I guess we could rephrase this question as to GTA 5 or GTA 6 will be. I don't want to call it a flop, but people won't. It won't live up to the hype. Let's just rephrase it to that. GTA 6 will not live up to the hype. Let's rephrase the question to that. I think
GTA 6 will not live up to the hype because GTA 5 has been out for 12 years at that point, 13 years at that point.
Going on 14. Yeah.
So it won't live up to the hype for that reason, but also it won't win Game of the Year, not because it's not a good game, but because woke mind virus. People are going to be mad that it's a woman. Sorry, it's actually the exact opposite of the woke mind virus.
The Game Awards still feel pretty woke to me.
No, they are woke. It's the complete opposite of the woke mind virus. It's the fact that these people are going to not vote for it because they don't want to play as a woman as the main character in the campaign.
Oh, so you think that despite them being woke, they're still subconsciously sexist?
No. Sorry, no. I misspoke before. I'm saying the people voting are not going to vote as heavily for GTA because it's a woman as the main character. I think the game, if it was a male main character, it probably would have been Game of the Year.
But you're still saying they're woke, so you would agree with my last statement with that they're subconsciously sexist. Like
no,
they wouldn't go out and say that they're sexist, but they just have a bias.
I'm saying that they are like the people that are like they call everything with a black person DEI. They're like those kind of people.
The people that vote in the Game Awards?
Yeah.
Really? I don't have that perception of the Game Awards, but also I don't really watch them.
It's user voting. So. I'm saying like a large portion of people will be like that. Yeah.
I see. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. Speaking of that, at least 2 more high-profile assassination attempts will happen this year. Notice I said attempts. I did not say successful.
I hope. Give me.
Who could those 2 be? I don't know. Elon, who did you think of?
I'm just gonna. That's crazy. I know you're gonna think. I know we're gonna talk about Elon.
Elon, never, buddy.
Elon is never being assassinated.
Buddy, whoa! I was not naming names on this sheet. Well, now, if you go to this channel and watch our other videos, especially the last one, you would know I would never suggest that someone die. I mean,
who are controversial people? Does it have to be politicians?
Another CEO, like another Luigi's.
Ooh, that'd be good.
It could be a celebrity, like a Princess Diana thing. I guess she wasn't really assassinated, but you get the picture. You know,
Reagan could get killed.
Could be. That's your prediction.
Yeah, that Reagan will get killed for sure.
Like a Trump kid. Could be Biden. They took away Hunter Biden's Secret Service. Could be potentially an attempt on Hunter Biden.
Oh,
and
I
the
could
left
see
could
that.
use that as
I could see that. Yeah. Or like
a news host or something.
Nancy
or
Grace.
Maybe a podcaster.
I was thinking like Nancy Grace or like Anderson Cooper maybe.
All right. Do you have any other takes on that? Likely, so unlikely?
Like maybe like I don't know. We got.
Did you give it a percent chance on like 0 to 100? What percent chance? We should have been doing that the whole time, but we can start.
There's like a 50% chance that happens because it's either going to be 1 or 2.
Oh, so that's a bitch answer. You can put. How about no 50? We can do 49 or 51. You can't do 50.
That's so stupid. Well, here's the thing: is that it's
to say 50%.
Well, it's 50% because there's definitely going to be one. It's just who knows if there's going to be a second one.
Definitely going to be one. Now that might be a hot take too.
Okay, so I'm thinking it's going to be like a lefty politician, like an AOC,
or like a Bernie,
is going to be shot at. I could see
if someone doesn't hold the door for Bernie and he slips and dies, does that count as an assassination?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
Well, I mean, certainly CNN would call it one.
Yeah, but that's all I got on that.
That was an attempt to appeal to right-wing people. I don't know.
We're casting a wide net here in the Regurgitated podcast. Yeah.
All right. Next hot take: Shedeur Sanders will be a top 3 pick in this year's draft.
Who?
Shedeur Sanders. He's Dion's kid.
Who's Dion?
What percent chance do you give Shedeur Sanders?
Who the fuck is Shedeur Sanders? Who's Dion? Who are these people?
Shedeur Sanders. He's Deion Sanders' son.
Who's Deion Sanders?
He is he in the Hall of Fame? I actually don't know, but he is a really well-regarded legendary cornerback in the NFL in the 90s.
So we are doing a football thing.
Now he's the head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes, and his son is going to get drafted next month, and potentially it's a very hot take. It's very interesting if you're into football to talk about where Shedeur Sanders will go. So what percent odds would you give him going as a top 3 pick?
I want to just first say you said Shedeur Sanders, knowing that I wouldn't know, and then when I said who is Shedeur Sanders, you said, oh, it's Deion's kid, as if that made anything for me.
This is just my attempt to appeal to the sportsy nature of this segment with the music. I hope the music. I don't know how you're gonna. We have to put all the music in the background. I want the music. I just want this type of talk. Really, I just wanted this type of talk over that type of music, and that's really all I wanted.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen with Shedeur is that someone's going to just grab him and they're just going to hold Shedeur.
He's going to be one of the 2 high-profile assassination attempts. All right,
that was a hold the door. That was a
terrorist organizations or something crazy like that.
That was a hold the door reference. I was going to say hold Shedeur. Yeah,
hold the door Sanders because he's very polite.
Hold the door Sanders.
And he's humble.
Yeah, he's going to hold Shedeur for Sanders, which is he's going to trip and fall. There you go.
Fun search for you when you're done with this editing, Ben. Go on YouTube, look up Shedeur Sanders perfect timing, and just play
the video.
2-second clip of that.
For sure.
All right, we're only halfway through hot takes. Can you believe that?
I'm happy for that.
I wrote a lot of these because I thought, hey, this is going to go real quick. I'm actually happy we're talking about these. This might be the most successful segment I wrote out of any of these.
Okay.
Kanye West goes to jail for something.
No. It's not happening.
Actually incarcerated.
Because that would take. So here's the problem: is it would take too long. Because you'd go to trial and all that shit. That shit takes years, and it's not. He's not going to kill someone.
But like you would say, Diddy hasn't been found guilty of anything yet, but he's still in jail.
Oh, so you're thinking it's going to be something like that big? Yeah.
This. Well, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Let's say Kim gets a restraining order on one of the kids. He goes to try to be like, I can do whatever I want with my kids, and he goes and he like, I don't want to say takes the kid, but he like violates the like radius restraining order to try to see the kid, and then he ends up in jail for like a weekend.
I could see him like
it could be as simple as that. You know?
Yeah, I could see him like violating a restraining order or like knocking someone out, but like I don't see him being like incarcerated this year. I don't think he would do anything serious enough.
The spirit of this question is not, is he going away like to jail for an extended period of time? It's just simply because I don't think he's ever been actually to like a jail, even for like a weekend.
I'm thinking like, I'm saying like county jail at most. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay, but I'm just, I think the odds of that happening are not as low as what you're suggesting, I would say.
He just has too much money. He's going to be in county jail. He's going to pay his bail. He's going to be gone. That'll happen. Okay. I don't think he's going to go to prison. Maybe he'll like do tax evasion. Maybe.
Okay. Well, what odds? It could be anything, but if you were to give it 0 to 100% chance, what would you give it?
So we have 9 more months in the year, about 9 more.
I'll give it a 60% chance. 60% chance.
That he goes to jail?
That he goes to jail.
As small as county jail. It could be any jail, county jail, or prison, anything.
I don't really know the levels of county to city or whatever. I'm just thinking it could be something as quick as a weekend if it had to be.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with it. Like, I could see that. I could give it like a 60% chance with that. But I don't see him going to jail for like months, if not years.
A large social platform like Twitter will experience a massive privacy scandal.
Like Twitter, I think,
and I'm not just harping on Elon again here too. I think this could be like a Facebook type thing. I didn't want to write Meta. I feel like they were a little too big to have something like that happen, but I guess it could.
Well, my immediate thought was Blue Sky.
Oh, that'd be, obviously I wouldn't like
a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of
sense.
A lot of people moved over to Blue Sky because Twitter is dog shit, and I wonder how secure. So far nothing. But I wonder how secure they are for some just random Elon bootlicker to come over and
look at some Chinese guy. Yeah. Not that Chinese people just in general do that, but like you know what I mean. Some like overseas hacker guy.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I guess that's not too unlikely.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars releases an album and wins Album of the Year. What do you think about that, Ben? Do you think that's likely? He hasn't released a solo album in quite some time.
He is a good singer, but all his songs, to me, most of his songs kind of sound samey. He doesn't really have much of a, like, he has a beautiful voice, but I don't, like, when I think of like a good...
I like his music quite a bit, personally.
Well, when I think of like a good vocal range, I think of someone like Ariana Grande. Like someone who can like do anything.
I'm not going to sit here and listen to you talk about how Ariana Grande has a wider vocal range than Bruno Mars. I don't even know if that's true or not. Maybe you're technically right, but I'm not going to. Bruno Mars hasn't done anything. He has a beautiful voice. Why are you? He goes high. He goes low.
But all his songs, every time he sings, it sounds the same as any other song.
Vocal range.
That is exactly what vocal range is. I'm saying none of his songs sound that different.
Between how low and high you can go, like in terms of pitch.
I'm saying that all.
You're saying the range in terms of like his variety.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I which I still would disagree with, especially after listening to like Silk Sonic and some of his more recent singles. But so you would say no.
I would say no. I don't think so. There's like a 30 to at most % chance that he drops an album that is album of the year.
Okay. These next couple are pretty interesting. Okay. My God. One of the wars in either Ukraine or Palestine reaches a permanent ceasefire in 2025. You get either one.
No, well, it's not going to be Ukraine. Because
really, I think that would be the more likely one.
Well, it would be. So no, is the answer. Either of them are going to reach a ceasefire.
Okay, this one you might. So we can move on from that one quickly because I think this one you'd probably want out of the rest of these options. Which, by the way, we have 4 more of these to go.
Okay.
So I don't know how long you want to make this. This next one you probably have the most to talk about. The Switch 2 will be a flop. This one I wrote will be a flop. And when I say flop, I mean like does not sell. Because like when a Nintendo releases a new console, it usually sells dummy, right?
No.
Go stupid.
No? It skips a generation. Every other generation sells like shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you would say yes.
Given the pattern, yeah. Given
Well, I don't think it like has too much to offer, right? It has like the magnets and it has like a better resolution, right?
Yeah, well, I think it's not going to sell Switch 1 numbers. Never. I mean, that's 140 million. That's a second to.
I thought it was the best of all time for like that year or whatever.
Well, I know it's. I think it's, as far as home consoles go, it's the second to PS2, and PS2 sold ridiculous numbers. It's not going to sell Switch numbers because it is just an upgraded Switch. It will sell well because the Switch or the Nintendo fans have become there are a lot more Nintendo fans due to the Switch.
What about just in terms of like user feedback? Like, what is the sentiment going to be around it?
Oh,
are people going to dislike it, like it?
It's hard to say, but if the leaks are correct, people are going to really like it.
What about put a pin in that, because I'm even kind of curious later to hear about like why you would think people would actually really like it, because I haven't really seen anything that would.
Oh, well, the leaks are saying it's better than like better than a Steam Deck, which is
just specs.
Pretty damn good specs wise, yeah. Better than a Steam Deck. It doesn't have the fucking annoying bezel. Yeah. Well.
Okay.
Well, I can. The Switch 1 was really cool because of the gimmick, but it was a shit console. It was worse. Like specs wise, it was worse than the PlayStation or the Wii U, the console before it. If not, it may be on par, but I think it's actually worse. The reason that it sold well, in my opinion, is because it started with Breath of the Wild. They made a fucking fire ass game at the beginning, and then people bought it because they heard that game was innovative and beautiful and amazing and perfect. And then a bunch of people bought it, and then they just went all in on the Switch.
Switch 2. Can it play Doom?
Can it play Doom? That's the question. Barely that fucking console can hold. You can fucking smoking trying to play Doom. But what the Switch 2 needs is a good launch lineup, is what I'm saying. People are thinking that maybe Mario Kart's going to be in the launch lineup.
I feel about
that might be good.
Halo is it just needs a good launch. It needs a good launch.
Well, Halo was supposed to be on Switch 2. Halo MCC. Wouldn't that be something?
All right. Yeah, that we could talk about that for hours. Let's finish this up and then we can get back to that. All right, we got 3 more. Drake country album.
No,
a lot of artists are pivoting the country. They're doing the whole switch.
He's gonna
Chappell around recently switched to country.
He's gonna be doing something that is like way more like kid oriented, like Kids Pop.
He's going to release his own Kids Pop album. That's 2 on them. Imagine Drake comes out and says, yeah, I'm just going to do it for you.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right. A Regurgitated video will break 1,000 views.
Yeah. I think there's a CNS video that will break 1,000 views.
Really? If you were to predict which one?
I'll give you the number of that it's going to be. The number of release it would be either 4 or 5. One of those two.
I don't know what those are off the top of my head, but I'll think about it later. All right, last one. Someone who subscribes after watching this video will find true love.
Gotta say no, probably not.
He has 0. You're fucked, buddy.
Yeah, sorry. Especially if we get no subscribers. Is that like a new? Can we? What if we get no subscribers?
That's a hotter take because 0 subscribers for the rest of the year.
Nah, CNS is too good right now. I think.
Fair
CNS
enough.
Season 2 is too good.
How do we feel about the Wheel of Bits after one episode?
I love the Wheel of Bits. I hope you do this every 2 weeks.
Are you sure about that? You like me filling up that much time?
Yeah.
With written stuff?
Yeah, I prefer it over going, yeah, so I farted. Kind of. It's kind of, I farted is a little bit better.
Well, I don't know. It depends on how much my time allows it, but I'd love to do that every single time. So we'll see how long I can keep it up.
Well, yeah, I'm happy that you have motivation for the Regurg stuff. Because I'm gonna.
We'll see. I'm doing a lot right now. Again, I don't want to get too into it right now, but I got extra work I'm doing at my real job. I'm taking on more than what has been recently, and then this we're kind of in golden era part 2. So,
well,
it involves work to keep this going.
Yeah.
So.
Well, what the hell was I going to say to you just now, Zachary? What was I going to say to you right now?
You made me sound so smart and cute and juicy and fucking sexy this episode.
How intelligent did I IQ score? 1 to 200.
I think we both increased at least three IQ.
So now I'm like what, 6?
3 ick points. Icky.
Now I'm like 6 or 10. You think?
Yeah, okay. Buddy. Yeah, sure. Oh, I got Pedro Pascal on my TV screen over here. Can I say something really quick?
Yeah, definitely.
Have you seen this ad for Dubai?
For just all of Dubai.
Just to travel to Dubai.
No, I've not seen that. Can you reenact it?
Maybe I just get targeted because I traveled a lot last year, but I can't escape this ad. They got this fucking chode. Sorry, I don't know how else to describe it.
Crazy.
And I've heard, okay, I know it's not just me too. I think it's a local thing. I know it's not just me. And the reason why I know it's not just me is because I hear it on the radio. I swear to God, I hear this on the radio now too. So, there's this guy and he's like, I know you'd love to be sitting at a Parisian cafe. That's how it always starts. And they're all different ads, but they always start with, I know you'd like to be sitting at a Parisian cafe. And then, if you get the longer version of the ad, he gives you like 5 other things that you would usually be spending a vacation doing. But then it goes to, he's like rappelling down the Burj Khalifa. And he's like, this is Dubai. And he's like, it's a lot further than Europe. I'll give you that. But, blah, blah, blah. And it's just selling me on going to Dubai. And I get it. There must be spending so much money because I literally can't escape it. I was watching one of the sports talkie shows earlier today, and they had the little insert ads, and I got that ad before the video started, and then 2 times in the middle of the video it was the same ad. I wanted to I wanted to make a bomb and send it to teachers across America and hide out in a cabin in Montana and write a manifesto.
You know who pisses me off in ads often? In that
terrorist organization.
Yeah, well, generally they're not the best advertisers.
Well, Israel gives ads now.
Yeah. I like these people.
I don't know if you want to keep that in the episode. By the way, please ask me about that one later.
I like these people as actors, and I think they're funny. But whenever they show up in ads, I just kind of roll my eyes. It's I don't remember the other, Zach Braff and the other guy.
Oh yeah, the Scrubs dudes.
I don't like when they're in ads.
I sound that audible when I'm this far back.
You sound fine.
Audible. Hut hut.
This video is sponsored by ISIS and Audible.
Whoa. We have to say, no, we've learned that we have to say that they're bad now.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Audible sucks.
We're not promoting that in any
Audible
type
sucks.
of way. Audible sucks. Yeah, the terrorist organization Audible. The criminal enterprise known as Amazon.com. They own Audible, right?
I think so.
The freaking Rico racketeering gang known as Bezos Armada.
No. Can't get enough of them. You get too much of them.
Jeff Bezos.
Is that you called action?
Yeah.
Cool. No, that's sick. It's like, why are you mirrored?
Can you read this?
No, I just realized you're mirrored.
It's readable on mine. Like this is the correct orientation for me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
All right, whatever, man.
No,
mile away from
you know who also sucks in ads? Jason Momoa.
Well, I know when I go to the incognito browser, I get a lot of ads with people suck. I haven't seen Jason Momoa in one, but I'd like to.
Is that your peak? Have you watched Game of Thrones? He rapes a girl in Game of Thrones.
Jason Momoa raped a girl?
In Game of Thrones.
Well, I'm really paranoid about what we can and can't say on here.
I know. Isn't that weird?
Jason Momoa.
What we gotta do is we gotta upload different versions where we have like different ends to our sentences and see which ones get taken down.
You have to do. Remember the llama fact from the print on demand one? Yeah. Text to speech over it. You might have to do that to this part of the video.
Great. No, yeah, for sure. No, I'm down.
If you were to add this episode back to the tier list,
B.
What would you put this in?
So far,
B.
A.
I think it would be a BS.
Huh?
That's funny because I called it bullshit.
B or S? What about A? Sorry. Me when I'm a fish.
S.
Dude,
that's
I
S
found a
tier.
guy on TikTok. I gotta show him to you. I'm gonna show him to you real quick.
Oh, did you see? Oh, I meant to bring this up to you, Ben. Did you have you checked? Do you have YouTube Studio notifications on your phone?
Yeah.
Have you checked your phone since you came back from that break?
No.
Check it. Check your YouTube Studio notifications real quick for me. Specifically for Reflex.
That was quick.
It happened even quicker. When you were gone and I was talking to myself, it happened live on there. I just forgot to tell it to you.
Nice, and our appeal was rejected. So we are violent criminals. Allegedly.
Yeah, we are violent criminals. This is a criminal organization. Hey, if you don't like what we have to say, if you don't like anything that I say or that I stand for or believe in, and you find yourself in like an argument with me online, whether that's on x.com, formerly known as Twitter, or YouTube comment section, or you find me in real life, I've been very laissez-faire with how I talk about my location on this show. You can just say, hey, aren't you that guy that is now officially a part of that officially now is determined to promote terrorist organizations?
Yeah.
And then you could probably win most arguments.
Yes, right. No, you're 100% right about that. Hold on, I'm gonna find this TikTok account. You're gonna love this guy, dude. I'm so excited to show you this guy. I've been watching this guy like on repeat. All right, okay. Are you ready to see this?
Yeah.
This is a bloke. This is a bloke that I found while scrolling Instagram. He only has 200 followers. It's 43,000. I think this is the next lolcow. I really do.
Okay, so you're putting me on. You think this is an early lolcow? Okay, cool.
So I'm going to give you an example. Nope, it's muted.
Bro did not beat the allegations. This is the only.
I'm literally sick and tired of every liberal pedophile trying to falsely accuse me of fucking.
Is this the guy who was caught on live? No, he couldn't have been if he only has 200 followers.
No, he's super small.
Fuck you! Fuck you, liberals! Fucking erasing motherfuckers!
So, this is Joshua. Joshua hates feminists.
How about you clean up your own fucking political party before you falsely accuse innocent people, you stupid racist fuckers!
I can take a guess.
Feminists be like, oh, if he really upset me, I'm going to falsely accuse him of
I think I have those exact same headphones.
I deserve legal immunity because it's not hatred. I'm just an oppressed special victim. My dog stepped on a bee.
What is he talking about?
When I was 4 years old. So I'm in every right to do this to him. Also, feminists. So what? So what if she was essayed by an illegal immigrant? He got in this country illegally. That means he belongs here.
Well, yeah, that's what they say, is if you come here illegally, that means you belong here. There's no other point to that argument. It's just...
So I want to give you the lore on Joshua. Joshua, he got his heart broken.
Aww.
He lost the woman he loved.
I wonder why.
And because this is his most popular video.
So do you feel like this is maybe a look into your future if you went down like a wrong path?
This is,
maybe this is you if you made a few other decisions in your life.
I'm already like halfway here. But look, he says, my heart belongs to one woman only. This is his, like, this is for
Ben Paquette. You mean the woke Joshua Silver 5?
So I want to just...
you mean the one that's confirmed promoting terrorist organizations? Yeah, that's
the one. So he uploads multiple times an hour. This video is from 21 minutes ago.
You're offended.
Oh, hell yeah. Can we get him on?
Idea
that
gasp. Not all men are creeps.
You're not logged in?
No, I shouldn't do that. I don't want to be able to
I'll do it from our account. Hold on.
Until you realize that, grow a pair.
Hey, shit.
Oh,
here.
Wait,
stay on that.
Right.
Hold on, I'm going to comment on it.
Yeah, sure.
That was Joshua.
Joshua Sliver 5. It's not Silver. Sliver 5.
Right. Silver. I thought it was maybe related to the NBA commissioner. 23 minutes ago. Hey, Joshua. While I disagree with a lot of your posts, you seem to have a kind heart. Would you be open to coming on our podcast to talk more? How should I close it? I love you.
Nah, he would hate that. He would hate that. He'd be like, liberal pedophile! Oh yeah, yo!
I am liberal, but not a pedophile. Hope this helps. All right, refresh.
I know you're offended at the mere idea. I know you're offended at the mere idea.
Well, I disagree with a lot of your posts. You seem to have a kind heart. Would you be able to go on our podcast and talk more? I'm a liberal, but not a pedo.
Who was a
Hope
guest?
this helps.
So
we're going to get a response video from him, I feel like.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. That's right.
By saying women should be protected by men, you're saying women are more valuable than men.
That would
He goes on.
That.
He hates women. He hates feminists.
He's already getting these responses where people are throwing him in the loop, huh?
Dude.
Where do you think he works? Not that we should be looking that up. I'm just curious.
I don't know.
Think through.
The only
I don't want anything bad to happen to this guy. I'm not even trying. I know I say a lot of shit like that. I'm real talk. We just pause for a moment. I'm really not trying to say that. I'm just curious. What do you think his life looks like outside of this?
I don't know. It interests me when I see people that I only see one side of them. Like, this is only obviously he throws his opinions out on TikTok.
Hey, what do you think if someone clicked on this? What do you think they would think of me if this was their only exposure to me?
They'd probably leave a comment similar to what the one you left. Hey, want to come on my podcast?
Yeah, I'm conservative, but not a pedophile. But not a terrorist. You seem to have a kind heart.
Trump.
Yeah. Whoa. I heard the word Trump.
The only thing I actually regret about not voting for Trump is maybe I should have this whole time.
He didn't vote for Trump.
And I'm not going to actively push for presidential term limits to end. But
drama.
If it does end, I would vote for him for the first time.
Buddy, the election was like less than 5 months ago.
He wants him to stay longer, and because the guy's doing so good. I'm just
saying, I mean, the wanting no term limits is dumb. It's a dumb thing to say, but regardless of that, you had your. This isn't like this was 2016 we're talking about here. Like, oh, I wish I could have. I just wasn't aware. This was like recently you had the opportunity to, and you felt this strongly.
Well, his heart broke recently. Must have.
Oh, I see.
Must have. I don't know.
So he was pure of heart until this succubus entered his life.
Do you want to hear his opinion on Black Lives Matter?
Oh, I would love nothing more. According to him, maybe this would be a terrorist organization.
A movement that actually uplift people. Just haven't seen much.
I haven't seen much either.
We gotta blur that comment on the right hand side.
Terrorist attack.
My God.
2020 that
I'm not even joking. Please blur that comment before you upload this.
A protest.
Is that the same Caleb from the questionnaire?
I don't know.
I mean, yes. I think it's terrible that George Floyd was unalived.
This is a pretty reasonable take, I'd say.
That doesn't.
Wait, he said,
does not justify stealing. That doesn't justify literally attacking or defunding or hating on police officers. Because, the whole community protecting each other, that's a lie. Because, when you do that, you're just allowing crime to happen, essentially.
Hey, more tame than I was expecting him to say, at the very least.
I mean, I disagree with a little bit of it, but like I agree with most of it. And it's a pretty reasonable take. And what's funny about the Black Lives Matter stuff too is, a lot of left-leaning people still go around saying Black Lives Matter, and I know what they mean, and I support that. But at the time, there was an organization called Black Lives Matter that stole money from people. And so a lot of times you'll find these right-wing guys will say, oh, no, they're theyieves, and they steal from people, and they're horrible people. And then they use that to fight back against these liberal people saying Black Lives Matter. But, like, they're going in one ear and out the other on both sides. No one in these arguments are ever, like, understanding that the other guy is talking about an organization that scammed people, and that's where his whole worldview centered around, and his whole argument centered around. And the other guy is not understanding that they just want black guys to not be in jail more than white guys.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, in a statistical fashion, like that's.
We do have to finish this.
So they don't argue. They argue, but they don't actually argue. They yell at each other and they call each other names, but they don't actually talk about the same thing.
True.
So
no, you're right. Zach, I agree with you. You wokey brokey liberal bitch.
And I'll give Joshua some credit on that. I think he seemed to actually make a difference there, or like distinguish the difference between the two things at the beginning of that. So
yeah,
further than most people, actually more intelligent than a lot of people.
But, well, I wouldn't speak too soon, but I will tell you.
Well, everything else I heard was fucking brain dead, but that video itself was pretty. I don't want to call it intelligent, but it's more nuanced than most clips I see about it.
Sure. Well, I want to really quickly. One last video I want to show you before we wrap up this podcast. I want to tell you, watching through his TikToks opened my eyes to big rigs over the road racing coming to Steam.
Hell yeah, is it out yet?
Because it's Q2 2025, so it's going to be out soon. If it's not already out,
okay. We gotta play Nubbies soon, buddy.
We have to nub around a little bit.
When this ends, we gotta pick a date, but I will buy it for you.
We have to nub
I'll
around.
Make it happen. We're gonna nub each other on the stream.
Let's conclude this podcast with a little song that I wrote for you.
Possum and a peanut. Peanut is a car.
But every line is my pen pal Ted.
Yeah, my pen pal Ted. You're the mom spaghetti.
Yeah, I'm the mom spaghetti of community of violent criminal organizations. Pen pal Ted. My pen pal Ted. My pen pal Ted. My pen pal Ted. Yeah, I don't know.
My friend Brainstorm made this terrorist attack.
I don't know what to call this podcast episode.
Oh, you got to call it YouTube is destroying this small YouTube channel.
That sounds
either that or Wheel of Bits.
I was thinking of like a sad picture of me going like, and it's like we received a copyright strike. I don't know, something like we received a violation. I don't know.
This will happen in 2025.
And then just a picture of the King of England being dead.
What if you just put a picture of Jenna Marbles and then the title just said, this video promotes terrorist organizations?
That's actually so funny. That's like such a good idea. Such a fucking good idea. Like 2010 Jenna Marbles, like, all like dolled up, and it's just like this video.
I actually don't know what Jenna Marbles looks like. I just know the name.
That's so funny. I am so doing that. That is going to be, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. That's going to be so good.
We have a backup thumbnail just in case. But
not in the backup title, though.
How do you like the haircut?
Yours or mine?
Yeah. Let's go yours first. Look at the back.
I like mine. Most people don't, but I like it. I
got to be honest with you. That you got to get wider with that on the back is what you got to do.
Is that what it is? I think
it looks don't keep it. Taily. I think you got to go wider with it. I
also don't keep it.
It doesn't really look like a mullet all the way, so you got to get wider with it for sure.
I don't pay attention to it like I should. Like I play with it and then I'll just leave it fucked up. So
yeah,
I like your haircut though, handsome buddy.
I got it really short on the sides. Like I got like
you look like Skrillex.
Because it's actually grown out a little bit. Yeah, I got a fun picture that I could send to you of me mid haircut. But yeah, it's actually like all around it. Like it's all shaven, not on the top. so it's like clipped on the top. So I could have it all this way, or all that way, or all back, or all forward. I have like 4 different hair options.
You should take a picture of you with like a head, one thing on, and then
Let me send you a picture really quick.
And then like in FL Studio or something. Skrillex, wild for the night, being polite. I'm going.
How do you feel about this? This was the real Skrillex moment.
Oh my god!
See, I genuinely had the Skrillex going for a second there.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Well, my little Skrillex, I love you dearly. Happy to talk to you. Happy to talk to you.
And I do. A good night.
And thank you everybody for watching this episode of the podcast. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment your favorite fucking spaghetti. Comment your favorite fucking apple down below.
We are terrorists. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
That's perfect. That's perfect.